Hey guys, it's Forsaken Reality here with the 29th episode of the multiplayer Remnant tutorial series. In this episode, we're going to be looking into setting up our ammo and weapon reloading. So we'll be able to shoot a weapon, and once it hits the maximum ammo, which I have set to 30, we'll enter reloading, which our animation will play. We're using Animation Notifies to play these, but right now I have them set up just for testing, and now there's no ammo stored. So without further ado, we will get into setting up our ammo. So the first thing I'm going to do is just drag my testing project over here. And we're going to want to open up our weapon data. And we're going to create two new variables. And they're going to be floats. And the reason we're choosing a float is because you can have a point between 1 and 2, like 1.5 and 1.7 with a float, and most ammo types you wouldn't be able to do that with. But for example, you wanted like some kind of electrical charged ammo or something that would drain ammo over time rather than take it down one bullet at a time. That's when you would use a float. So it might be a good idea if you're going to have ammo types like that, or may have ammo types, to just keep this as a float. You can also use it the exact same way as an integer, but an integer is just more specific. Like you can't have 1.5. You can round, and you can say if you're in your code, and at one point it will just reach 1.6 or 1.7. You can actually round that up to the nearest integer, which would be more so what you do here. But for a float, you can actually get that decimal and it will print out properly. So hopefully that explains that a little bit, and you can use that accordingly. We're going to make one for max ammo in your clip and max ammo stored, which is your when you pick you can have like 150 bullets on your character, but you can only have 30 bullets per clip, for example. So we'll go to our data table and weapon list, and for our rifle, I'm actually going to want close that up just so it doesn't crash. My engine might end up crashing here. I'm just going to move the max ammo up here past the fire rate. So you have max ammo and ammo stored. And now I want to go into my data table, go to my max ammo and clip, and set that to 30. And now my max ammo stored, I can hold two other full clips. I'm just going to put a lower one so that for when I'm testing, I can get to my final clip a little sooner. So rather than just setting 150, which would be a no more normal number that you can carry in a gun game at least, we'll set it to 60. You can adjust that however you want, but it's a good idea to have it the interval of whatever your max clip is, so that it doesn't stop at like an odd number. So if I had like 27 bullets in a max clip and I shoot off two full clips, there's gonna be 6 extra bullets just there that I'll reload in, which just seems odd to me to have not be able to store that extra full clip. So now that we have these variables created and we have them set up to just adjust our max ammo and clip and our max ammo stored, we want to go into our blueprints, items, weapons, and our master weapon. For some reason I need to compile that. Okay, so now that we're in our master weapon, we're going to go to our construct script. And I'm just going to get my max ammo and clip. promote it to a variable. And my max ammo stored, promote it to a variable. And you're probably thinking that you probably don't want two variables editable between your blueprints so that like you can always see it in your master. But if you go to your rifle, you don't want to, this might get confusing where you see these variables here and you're like, maybe I need to set them in here. But no, you want to set them in your data table. And so a good way to hide those, you can actually go into your variable and click private for both of these. And I'm actually going to remove the spacing. I don't know why it does that spacing. Variables look better without the spacing. It's just how they're supposed to be. And but yeah, if you set these private, now all of a sudden when you come in here, these variables don't display here, so you won't get confused when setting up anything. Like you need to set your rifle name here, but most other things are set in the data table. And you can actually go through some of these, and maybe you see some other ones that they'll never ever need to edit. It's like your muzzle socket location is set in your data table. Your shoot location, your muzzle rotation is set in your data table. There's different things that you can set private. You can go through that and adjust that accordingly. It's definitely a useful thing to do to make your blueprints look a little more organized. Now we're just seeing there's less things that we actually need to edit in here now because they're just not editable. They're not editable in here. They don't need to be. So now that we have our max ammo and clip and max ammo stored being set here, we're actually going to want to create one more variable for current ammo in clip. That'll be a float. That'll basically just be used to check what ammo is currently in the clip after you shot some rounds because your data table isn't going to read that. And now that we have that done, we're going to go back to our event begin play, and we're just going to get our current ammo and clip and set that. And our current ammo in our clip is going to just be set at default whenever our weapon is created, basically. So when you load the game, pretty much. Max ammo in clip. That's what we're going to set that to. And because in our construct script, we're setting our max ammo and clip right here from our data table, this variable knows whatever is set in whatever we have set here. So whenever you call this, it will set the current ammo to 30 on default. Be a little more specific weapon data table. So we'll probably have other data tables in the future. And so that's our begin play event adjusted. Now we're going to set some current ammo. We're going to go down to our shoot event. And we're going to drag this back here. So we're aiming. We're going to create another branch. And if we are aiming, then debating on where I'm going to put this. Yeah, put this here. So if we are aiming, then we'll get our current ammo and clip. And we'll check if it's greater than 0. So if we have any bullets and we're aiming, And your clip is your magazine. Just pretty sure everyone would know that, but maybe there's someone who doesn't, so I'm just gonna comment that like that. So now you know. So now it checks, and if there is ammo in the clip, we'll just continue on shooting. And if there isn't, I'm just gonna print string here for now. This is when the reload would happen and everything would happen there. So now we have our shoot. I'm just gonna go through here. And at the end, we're just going to get our current ammo in clip. Set that. And then we're going to get our current ammo in clip. And then we're going to subtract 1 from that. That's going to be our new ammo in the clip. So let's say we have 30 bullets. We shoot 1. We take a shot. And we'll subtract 1. Every time this fires, this is considered 1 bullet shooting. So when we burst, we run this 3 times. So we remove 1 bullet from the clip when the gun is fired. And now we are going to create a couple functions for the removing ammo and the removing ammo stored and adding the ammo to clip. So we're just going to create one function, remove ammo stored, which will update your ammo that you have all on your character. So you have 150 bullets. This will update it to however many should be going into your clip. So we're gonna set max ammo stored. It's gonna drag this into here and break it. It's gonna remove from max ammo. This is whatever we put in here is gonna be what we subtract. So I'm gonna get a float subtract, and I'm actually gonna control and drag this down here so that we're getting our max ammo stored, subtract whatever gets input into this. And let's use an append node here to see what's actually going on. Let me just plug this into B. Now this will print off the ammo in the storage when this event is fired. And you connect it to a print string, of course. So we'll say ammo in storage. You want to put a space there, and then it will put the variable. That'll just remove whatever you reload basically from the storage. And it will print a message. And now we want another function called ammo to clip. And in here, we're going to get our max ammo stored and our max ammo in clip. We're going to check if our max ammo stored is greater than our max ammo in greater than or equal to the max ammo in clip. And that's basically letting us know if there's more ammo if there's more than at least a full clip of ammo stored. So like, say we have 31 bullets, then this will return true because there's more bullets. So that means if it is true, we'll get our current ammo in clip and set that to the max ammo in clip. Because if it returns that there's more ammo stored, that means we know we can get at least a full clip of ammo put into our gun. And I'm actually gonna put that like so. Now we're adding a full clip if there's at least a full clip left stored. And if there isn't at least a full clip left stored, we're going to get our current ammo and set that. And we're just going to set it to whatever's left in our max ammo storage. So we know that if there isn't at least a full clip, we'll definitely be able to fit this full, whatever's left in our storage, into our current clip. And I'm just going to append so you can see the output. These are useful for debugging. And the variable is going to say ammo added to clip. And then it's going to give me the amount of ammo added when I print string. I'm just going to adjust the color on these so they're a little bit different than all the other ones in case we have some other ones still popping out. So now that we have our two events done for adding and removing ammo, I'm just going to comment this. We can test out our reloading without the animation, just to see if our events are running properly. So now we're going to want to see if our max ammo stored is greater than 0. So we at least have 1 bullet left before we try to reload. If you don't want to reload, you don't need to reload if there's only 1 bullet. So now we're going to come off of our shoot event. If we're aiming, if our current ammo and clip is greater than 0. If it's not, that means we need to reload. But if there's no ammo left to reload, then we'll print off no ammo in storage, so that we can't reload. And we won't continue on anywhere beyond this point. But if we can reload, so there is ammo in our storage still, it's more than 1, there's more than 0, we're going to be reloading. I'm just going to use a delay. We're going to be using an animation, and we're going to be using Animation Notifies to play the add ammo and remove ammo stored. But for now, just for testing purposes, I'm going to use delay to simulate an animation playing. Add ammo to clip. Remove ammo stored. And the amount of ammo we're just going to remove is the max ammo in the clip. And I haven't forgotten about, say you reload midway through. So that's going to be like an inputted reload. So this event fires off after you shoot off your clip and you're out of bullets, then this one will fire off. So you're definitely going to put in at least the max ammo that can go in your clip, because you're going to reload half a clip after you run out of ammo. And that should be everything. I'm just going to comment this reload test, because it's not going to be staying there. Make sure you remember that. And here's our check for any ammo before reloading. And I'm just gonna make it not so squished here. I'm actually gonna grab my shooting event, clean that up a little. Drag this down a little. Line everything up over here. And we'll clean this up eventually more too. Like I was thinking you could create another graph for your shooting graph, your reloading graph, or firing graph, and effects graph, and different things like that if you wanted to. However you would feel that it would be more organized, you can play around with the organization yourself. But I think if we have everything in, we have our weapon and our data, our ammo and our data table set. Fire off a couple of ammo, and it'll stop, say you're reloading, and it'll put 30 bullets in your clip. And reloading, now you're down to 0 bullets in your storage, 30 in your clip, and now you're out. I noticed that it went down to minus 30 there. Just gonna quickly look through mine and see if there's anything that I missed. Alright, so for some reason, I'll Control Z back to whatever, exactly what you have. This is what you have. And for some reason, that because it's in front of the aiming, it's going to minus 30. I'm assuming that it's because that there's maybe a moment that when you unaim or something like that, that it's affecting the ammo somehow. And also, another useful thing is maybe you wouldn't be able to reload your weapon from shooting unless you aim. So if you have your weapon down now, you can click and it will reload your gun. And now when we shoot, we should reloading, 30 left, storage, reloading, nothing left in the storage, minus 30. So that isn't because of that. That's definitely an odd one I'm gonna look into. I know that if I stop aiming, if there's any point that I stop shooting, it seems to fix it. Yeah, that's an odd one, how that's triggering like that. It happens when I consistently hold the trigger down, so I'm just gonna actually put that after the aiming, because I guess I'll keep it before so that I can reload when I click now that if I shoot, even when I'm not aiming, I can still run through my reload command just from a click. Could be useful. If you don't want to reload when you're not aimed, you can just put it right here. I'll look into that fix for the reload, but it might actually fix it thinking about it since we're going to be using Animation Notifies to actually play this reload. The only time this add ammo and remove ammo will actually play is if the animation itself is playing. That's going to be everything for this episode. If you found this episode helpful, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. If you have any questions, suggestions, or comments, feel free to leave those in the comments section below or join my Discord community using the link in the description. Thanks, and I'll see you all in the next episode.